You may have a grandparent or even a great-grandparent whose health or mind is failing. They need help with doctor appointments, taking care of themselves, or dealing with certain issues. Sometimes their adult children don't even know where to turn. It takes a person with a very special place in their heart for our elderly population to step in. Amy O'Rourke is the president of Cameron Group. She talked to Sean about her career as a geriatric care manager.
What's up, guys? Today we're here with Amy O'Rourke, and you're a professional geriatric care manager, correct?
Yes.
So what exactly does that entail?
What it entails, we work with older adults. We work with older adults and their families. We're like consultants. So the kids with older parents, their parents start having trouble medically. They're in the hospital, they've broken a hip, they've had a stroke, and they don't know what to do with them. Do they need to go to a nursing home? Do they need assisted living? How do you pay for care? Their parent gets a memory impairment. Okay. And they absolutely have no idea how to navigate any kind of system and how to keep their parents safe. So they call us, and we're like the professional navigators, the professional advocates.
How did you get involved in this?
30 years ago, I worked in activities in a nursing home.
Okay.
And before that, I was a teenager who used to take little kids into the nursing home. I just loved older people. And I worked in activities, and then after that I became an administrator, and then after I was an administrator, I realized that I wanted to work with older people in the field, and I wanted to be more creative with solutions that worked for them. And a lot of them would tell me, I want to live in my own home, I don't want to ever leave my home. And I thought, there's a way to help them achieve that goal and not have to go to a facility if they didn't want to.
So what kind of education did you have to get into?
I have a bachelor's in therapeutic recreation, I have a master's in public health administration, and I have a master's in gerontology. But care managers are social workers and they're nurses predominantly. We're not licensed, but we do have a certification. You have to work 2 years in the field under someone that's certified to be able to sit for the certification exam.
Awesome. Now what type of, there are different types of fields or venues that you can go into in the geriatric care field?
You know, there are, what we're seeing right now is a lot of mentally ill people need care management. The developmentally disabled need care management. So professional geriatric care management is our profession, and it's represented by a National Association of Professional Geriatric Care Managers. But sometimes special populations need care managing also. So we find ourselves going into different areas and helping manage special populations care also.
What special skills are needed for this field?
If I were talking to a group of younger people, I would say if you love working with older people, that because there's so much creativity in the profession, if you love it, you just get this immense satisfaction with what you can actually do. So a love of the older person, resourceful, emotional intuitiveness, kind of being aware of what's not being said.
Okay.
Those are kind of soft skills. You can get degrees, and the appropriate degrees are in nursing or social work or gerontology or aging studies or health services administration. But more importantly are how do you relate and connect with people.
What's something that makes you want to come to work every day?
I like the work.
That's always good. That's always good.
Yeah. So, and I would say that to anybody. There's no price that you can put on liking what you do every day. And people that work with older people are likable people. So I not only like the work that I do, and you know, we get people out of the hospital. We find people to care for older adults in the home. We give the families tremendous sense of relief because we've solved their problem that they've been worrying month after month about. And I like the people that I work with. They're really nice people, so the work's satisfying and the people that I work with are likable, and we have a really good time.
What do you think is the most difficult part of your job?
The most difficult part of the job is probably managing the disconnect between what the elder wants and what the children want. That's probably the hardest thing, is managing those two. I have right now a daughter who wants her mother to stay in the rehab center. The mother wants to go home. The mother really can go home, but the daughter is so scared. She thinks that if she stays in rehab, she's gonna be safer.
Yeah.
And that is not necessarily true.
So what's some advice or things that some people out there that might be, wanting to follow in your footsteps today can start doing, like internships or anything like that?
I would say go out and volunteer for a few hours, just get in the field and get a mentor. I am a strong believer in having a mentor, a professional mentor, to say, these are the experiences you need, and these are the places that you can go to get that experience. There's nothing on an interview, I've got students that come in my office and they volunteered at nursing homes and they've really been in the field just because they love it, and that goes a long way in my decision to hire them.
Now, I'm sure I already know the answer to this question, but what would you say is the most rewarding part of your job?
Oh, seeing the older adult hold my hand and say thank you so much.
I figured so.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. Keep up the good work. You're doing a very rewarding thing here, so keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The field of geriatric care is a relatively new one. This career has a good job outlook over the next several years since our elderly population is growing. To enter this field, you should have a genuine love and respect for older people and the desire to be an advocate for them. Patience and experience dealing with this generation are also important. A bachelor's degree in nursing, social work, or psychology is a good basis to enter this career. Several universities now offer majors in the field. For more information on this most fulfilling and worthwhile career, look on today's episode synopsis at rl101.com.